Okay, so after a long wait, Google has finally dropped not one, not two, but three brand new Gemini models: Gemini 3.6 Flash, Gemini 3.5 Flash-Lite, and Gemini 3.5 Flash Cyber inside CodeMender. Now, I know, like most of you, I was also waiting for Gemini 3.5 Pro, but here is what the announcement actually says. 3.5 Pro is already testing with partners and they will make it broadly available as soon as it's ready. And buried right next to that announcement, they also said that they have started pre-training Gemini 4. Their words are their most ambitious pre-training run yet. So it's coming, and that's for sure. But the real story is what Google actually chose to ship today. Look at this release carefully, and it's clear that they've identified the biggest problem in the enterprise segment right now. It's not about who has the largest language model anymore. It's actually about token economics. Tokens per task, price per token, and latency. That's what decides whether your AI agents actually ship to production or die in the proof of concept. And every single thing in today's release actually attacks exactly that. If you read the announcement closely, 3.6 Flash takes fewer reasoning steps and fewer tool calls to finish the same job. It's not talking less, it's actually less indecisive. Fewer wasted loops, fewer do-overs, that's where your API bill actually goes down. And we're not just reading the blog post today. As always, I'm going to build live demos to put these claims to test. So the first demo will be I will launch a swarm of parallel AI sub-agents live on my machine to redesign my own blog post and my YouTube channel. And we can give it any website for it to test, right? So a 3.6 Flash will evaluate which is the best design and give us the winners. But then the key part here would be we will also use 3.5 Flash-Lite as sub-agents. Second, I will feed Flash-Lite a firehose of real-world receipts in different languages, and it'll extract, translate, and total every single one on a live dashboard. And we'll have to pay attention to the time and the latency and the token that it consumes in order to do that. So we'll look into the demos very quickly in the video, but before that, let's truly understand what each model is all about. So Gemini 3.6 Flash, right? They're calling it the new workhorse model. It $50 per million input tokens and $750 per million output. It cuts output token usage by 17% overall versus 3.5 Flash. Fewer tokens at a lower price per token, that is where your agent bill drops twice. Now, Gemini 3.5 Flash-Lite, this is the throughput play. 350 output tokens per second at just 30 cents in and 250 out. And here is the detail most coverage probably will skip. It has got configurable thinking levels. So you can use minimal thinking for high volume, low latency work, or you can dial thinking up when it runs as a sub-agent in a multi-step workflow. It has got same model, but 2 gears. Now, the third one is very interesting. It's Gemini 3.5 Flash Cyber, a specialized cyber defense model inside Google's CodeMender agent, hitting frontier competitive scores on CyberGym. And where can you actually use this today? 3.6 Flash is live right now in Google AI Studio. That's where I build the demos, in Android Studio, and of course, Google Anti-Gravity. Also in the Gemini Enterprise Agent platform for enterprises, and in the Gemini app for everyone. Real quick, before we launch all the demos, all opinions are my own and do not belong to my employer. All right, with that, let's get into it. All right, so what you're seeing on the screen is an app that I built, which is to basically test the first, which is the orchestration story, right? So what we're going to do here is we will look into, let's say, my own website, which is advancedsmarttech.com. And we will ask it to redesign, or we can also look at my YouTube channel, which I don't control, but we can ask it to. So let's say that I wanted to launch a landing page for my YouTube channel, right? Just as a landing page, I could basically ask this to give me 10 different designs. So let's do that. I'm going to copy my link here and go to this. And I'm just going to say that, okay, do this, right? So I'm going to launch this live, and you can see here that all sub agents have been fired. And you will see the total time it requires to run. And you can see the architecture here, 3.6 Flash plus 3.5 Lite. And you will see live here how it is running and which one finishes first, right? So you can see almost at 14 seconds, 14.53 seconds or 51 seconds, right? You're able to generate this. So it was very fast. So if I click on this, and it is now also doing the scoring, right? So you can see that once it generated all 10, now you can see that it's also starting to do the scoring. So it has already found number 1, number 2, and number 3. And once it finishes all, it'll be able to look into all of that, right? So you can see already the scores are there. So let's look at the best one, which it has found out, right? So if I launch the interactive one, and there you go, right? So it has created this magazine. It has already scraped my thumbnails, which is fantastic. And you can see this is an amazing design, which it has recommended, right? So this is like Aura Editorial Magazine. Let's look at some other designs as well. And this is a very different design. Wow. Okay. And you probably by looking at my thumbnails, you might be familiar that I love kind of black backgrounds. So you can see that this is a very cool design as well. And this is another one. So let's look at this one. So again, a very different design. Let's look at this one, which is Vanguard. Again, very different design, right? So very cool, right? And it has given as per it, like what is the top one. So this is the best as per it. This is the second one. And this is the third one, right? And you can understand the architecture, which is leveraging 3.6 Flash and 3.5 Lite. It also created this overall gallery where you can see which one is number one, which one is number two, which one is number three, and all of that, right? So it is doing it live as we speak, right? So now what we can do is we can ask it to generate another one. This time I'm going to ask it to use my website here. So I'm just going to paste that link and then I'm going to launch this. And you will see now it will be able to do the same. So again, some of it is already ready. So you can see the actual articles here. Yeah, I think this one was Interactions API. This is the one which I had written. And then you can see the anti-gravity skills and stuff like that. So let's see what it comes back with. Here I have got this. So latest updates on agentic AI, thought leadership, model and an agent. So this is the Interactions API one that it has created, right? So exactly what I had expected. And you can see also like side by side. So this is the original website and this is the side by side with the new kind of theme, right? So this is pretty cool. So you're able to actually look into multiple sub agents, able to create this. And this is now possible via 3.6 Flash and 3.5 Lite together. Okay. So that's the first demo I wanted to show. Now let's look into the second one. All right. So what you're seeing on the screen is another demo that I made. And this one is to understand the throughput claim, right? Which is 350 output tokens per second. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually upload a batch of receipts, which also some of them happen to be in different languages. And what we're going to do here is process all of them together. So I'm going to select all and directly input everything. And I'm just going to say process all, right? So what is going to happen right now here is it is going to extract and analyze each one of this. And you need to notice the latency here and the speed in which it is able to do that. And not only it is analyzing this, but it is also understanding what are the different languages, what are the different fields, and then also converting this live from that particular country's currency into US dollars, right? And for some of this, you can also see that it has actually done the translation live. And here you would see that it has also got access and it was able to convert all of this live with end of the day trading floor audit report, right? All of this happening in a very small amount of time. And it also shows the latency here for each one of this calculation, right? Which is amazing. And this is 3.5 Flash-Lite, right? So this is super fast and really good for something where you are unable to do this. And you can see also the live kind of terminal log. I asked it to do that, right? So how it was able to create it. So you can see that this model is so powerful that not only it can do an OCR, but it can also understand different language. It could do like live translation right here. Like I uploaded this and it understands the currency and then also converts the currency into the currency that we want in a very short amount of time, right? And this is amazing because now what you're able to see is kind of the latency here, which is very small for the overall thing. And all this happening in one model, which is also Flash, but also the light version of it, right? So the amount of money that you will be spending and the amount of tokens that you'll be spending is very low. So it is truly multimodal, able to do multiple actions and also like agentic action live in front of you. So that is, I think like that is the gist of the release for today, right? So if I want to bring this home, today's release isn't really about smarter chatbot, right? If you think about it, it's Google making the economics of AI agents actually work. And all the demonstrations that you saw today really proves the point, right? So I would highly encourage you to go test it out and give it interesting, complicated use cases and see for yourself if you're able to save the tokens versus if you were using the previous models. And I was really impressed by the speed and the latency that I saw and also like amazed by the quality of the output, right? And of course, the token saving is a delight. This is where I think the world is going, where we're trying to find efficiency so that the AI agents that we are all building together, we can optimize it as we are starting to put everything in production. All right. So I hope this was helpful. Congrats to the Google team for this amazing launch. And for the folks who are leveraging the Google's latest models, please go ahead and use them. And do let me know in the comment section what you think about these. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for watching. And if you're new here, please do hit that like button and do subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you once again, and I'll see you in the next one.